Hi there, and welcome back to Vintage Value Mama. If you clicked on this video, you're probably interested in selling your clothes online, whether that's to declutter your closet or you're trying to start a side hustle. But before you start selling, let me save you the headache by covering the most common mistakes people make selling their clothes online. Let's jump right in. The number one mistake I see is poor photos. Selling online is all about the visuals. If you have blurry, dark photos or distracting backgrounds, people are going to scroll right past your listing. I have a full video on how to take the best photos at home with your phone, but let me just cover the basics here. You want really bright, natural light. You want to be able to lay your garment flat on a clean white background. And usually, the more pictures you have, the better. So, pictures of all the details, any stitching, labels, tags, the measurements, so people can get an idea of how well it's going to fit them. And of course, any defects that the garment might have. We're not trying to hide those. We're not trying to scam anyone. We want to be really upfront about any problems the buyer might encounter. The next mistake, vague or inaccurate descriptions. Writing shirt for sale is not enough. Buyers need details. They need the brand, the size, what department it's in, if it's men's, women's, kids, what the material is, what the measurements are, how wide is the sweater, armpit to armpit, how long are the pant legs, and the condition. And again, any imperfections that the garment might have need to be listed in the description. Mistake number 3 is overpricing your items. Pricing can really make or break a sale. We all want to sell our stuff for as much money as possible and make as much money as possible. And I think it can be really difficult to accurately assess a garment's value, especially if you've had it for a while and you've grown a bit attached to it. So do some research, check for similar listings on your platform, and try and price your things competitively. But at the end of the day, lower prices are going to sell better. That's just a fact of life. If you have something brand new, a top that you bought for $19.99 a couple of years ago, never worn it, I would start, as a rule of thumb, at about 50% off the price. So maybe you want to try and sell it for 10 euros. And I know you're probably thinking, but it's brand new. It's still worth $19.99. You have to remember that that same top has probably been to the outlet store since then, and somebody could have just bought it from the actual retailer for 50% off. If we're talking about fast fashion brands like H&M or Zara, people buying online expect even lower prices. And if it's something that does have some signs of being worn, people expect even lower prices. Just remember, it's better to get a few euros for something than to have it sitting around in the bottom of your closet not getting worn. Mistake number 4 is ignoring the power of keywords. Now, I'm not talking about throwing a bunch of random hashtags into your listing. I'm talking about relevant keywords that are going to help potential buyers find your item. So, for example, instead of just writing gray sweater, you could write gray winter sweater, very warm. Try to put yourself into the buyer's shoes. What would you search for? And what makes you excited about this garment? Now, I know nobody likes writing descriptions, basically, especially if you're listing a lot of items. It can really feel like a lot of work, but it is so worth it. I challenge you to add 1 or 2 relevant keywords to the next few listings you put up. And if you really hate it, then just don't do it anymore. It's your life. But I think you will find that it's not all that much work, and your items are suddenly getting a lot more clicks and a lot more likes. Another big mistake that I see a lot of sellers making is neglecting customer communication. If someone asks you a question about your garment, reply in a timely and polite manner. I know it can be really frustrating and really disappointing if you've done everything right, you've answered all the questions, but the buyer still doesn't want to buy your garment. I know that sucks. But you have to think about someone took the time to search for your item. Out of all of them, they liked your item the best. Then they took the time to ask you a question about that item. Often they just need a little nudge to actually buy your item. They're already super interested in it. And I'm not saying that's going to happen every time, but if you just ignore potential customers, you're never going to find out. Mistake number 6 is overlooking shipping details. Now, luckily, I love Vinted, and it really takes a lot of the guesswork out of shipping. That's one thing that I really enjoy about it. You just open up the app, the shipping label is generated for you, and you have to send it off. But with other platforms, shipping can be a bit more confusing. And if you're not charging enough for shipping, then you just end up paying that out of pocket when you go to the post office. Nobody wants that. That can really eat into your profits. So keep an eye out for sturdy, lightweight packing materials. Have a stockpile of boxes in your house somewhere that are ready to go if you make a sale. And think about using a kitchen scale to weigh your parcels and estimate shipping costs more accurately. Mistake number 7 that I see a lot of sellers making, or maybe I don't see them making it, maybe it's kind of invisible. I don't see nearly enough people promoting their listings. I think a lot of people are a bit shy about promoting themselves, and I understand that, but if you really want to sell your clothes online, you need to generate a bit of traffic to that listing. You can do it through things like Instagram, Facebook groups for whatever your hobby is or your area maybe, online groups. I know the Vinted subreddit does 1 day a week where you can promote yourself, or just on your personal Facebook page, or sending the link to a couple of friends or relatives. It seems like if you generate a bit of interest right away when the listing goes up, then the algorithm is going to think, okay, everybody's liking this. I should send it to more potential buyers. That's what it seems like. There's no way to know for sure, but it really couldn't hurt. By avoiding these 7 common mistakes, you'll be well on your way to selling success. Whether you're recluttering, that's what I do. Whether you're decluttering or building your small business, It's really all about making it crystal clear what you're trying to sell. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave me a comment down below on what some of the common mistakes you see are. And if you're interested in selling on Vinted specifically, be sure to watch this video for the common problems for sellers on Vinted. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye!